Howdy everybody, welcome back to the channel where our goal is to provide relevant education and accurate information for all things self-defense from the civilian perspective for civilians. My name is Craig and today I want to share with y'all and show y'all how I have this Sons of Liberty rifle set up. So we're going to talk about its purpose and why I have the things on here that I do. So the rifle itself, the heart of the system is built around a 13.7 inch mid-length barrel. So this was originally a Sons of Liberty East India kit that I put together. But my goal with this gun and why I have everything on here that I do, this is my home defense gun. So it's my nighttime gun, my low light gun, my night vision gun. So the things that I have on my rifle are for those purposes specifically: home defense, nighttime, low light. So guys, let's go. Let's talk about the rifle. First, let's talk about the sling real quick. I got a lead faucet tactical sling that I actually won. It was a gift or as a prize from Shooter Symposium a couple years ago. We shot, me and my partner shot a drill. It was a low light in and around cars. We were shooting a drill against the guys from Unity Tactical and we lost by 1 second. I don't remember what they got, but I got this cool sling. I dig it. It works. Guys, let's talk about buttstock. So this is a Magpul SL. Almost all my buttstocks are Magpul, and I love the SL series. The buffer system that I have on this rifle and almost every single one of my Sons of Liberty rifles is the Voltor A5 system. This thing runs like a sewing machine. It is much more forgiving, it is much more reliable, and it is much more smooth to shoot. So with that 13.7 inch barrel, I've got an A2 buffer in here. Let's talk about grip. So I've got a Magpul MOE Plus. This is their rubberized grip. Inside the handle, I've got an extra bolt. I've got an extra firing pin and some lube as well. I've got ambi safety. So you can see that on both sides. I've got a Radian ambi charging handle. The reason I went ambi on my safety and my charging handle is because, guys, I want to be able to shoot either from my right or left side however I need to, okay? So I want to be able to operate this rifle as best as I can from the right or the left shoulder. Sons of Liberty bolt. Let's talk about the optic real quick. So this is a Trijicon MRO. Sitting on top of a Reptilia mount. That's a 1.93. Let's talk about the optic real quick. So I've said in other videos that I've done before, for some reason, my eye just sees the Trijicon dots better. I'm not sure what it is, but they just do. I have astigmatism. And the optic that I chose for this, you could have gone aim point. I've even got some hollow suns that I would bet my life on. But one of the reasons why I went with a red dot, I wanted a red dot that would stay on constantly. Like I said, this is my home defense, my nighttime gun. When the time comes to where I have to grab this rifle, I don't want to have to worry about turning on my illumination or activating some button to turn on the optic. I want this thing to be on 24/7. So that's why I went, or one of the reasons why I went with this. The Reptilia mount, the reason why I went with the 193, when you shoulder it, just standard shooting, it's a much more natural head up position. Also, it gets the red dot a little bit higher with my nods if I want to do any passive aiming. And so the settings on the red dot will allow me to adjust that dot to the lowest settings to where I can actually look through the dot with my nods to see that instead of using the laser. So that's why I went with that. The rail I went with, this is a Bravo company. It's their QRF. I believe the overall length on this one is 12.625 inches. I like Bravo rails. There's a bunch of good companies out there, but at the time that I was building this, the QRF with this length and definitely with the 13.7 barrel, I was somewhat limited on availability. That's really what I had to choose from at the time. It's a great rail. I love it. It's sturdy. It's durable. But I would probably like to go up to like a wedge lock or something like that. But nonetheless, I've got some Mana rail covers right here that y'all can see, and then some Magpul hand stops at the bottom. Let's talk my light. So this is a Surefire dual fuel light. I'm running an 18650 in there. The things that companies are doing with lights nowadays, like Cloud Defensive, Mod Light, Surefire, the requirements that these lights are needing from their fuel sources are exceeding what CR123s can provide. So that's one of the reasons why I use an 18650. So my main rifles, I've got about 3 or 4 of them. They've got lights on there that take 18650 batteries. So yeah, the lumens and the candela that these things are pushing nowadays is crazy. I've got a dual switch up top, so if I want to go light or laser, I can do that. My laser up here is a D-Ball D2. I've said in other videos, I believe the D-Ball is the best civilian laser that you can get unless you go and take that step further and go with the B.E. Myers Mall. The illuminator on this thing is a monster. Yes, it is bigger, but it does a great job. It's much better than the A3, much better than the civilian PEC 15. So my opinion, the D-Ball D2, unless you want to spend that almost $2,900, $3,000 for a B.E. Myers Mall, this is your best option. And then last up here, I've got my Sig Sauer suppressor. Guys, if you have a rifle already and you've got your pistol and you've kind of got your basic firearm needs set, go get yourself a can. Go get yourself a silencer, suppressor, whatever the hell you want to call it. It makes shooting much more pleasant. It is a much more forgiving rifle. The recoil is significantly less. The noise reduction, the signature reduction, it just makes shooting significantly more pleasant. So guys, if you haven't done that, go ahead, bite the bullet, get you a can. You're not going to regret it. Anyway, I think I've about covered everything. Oh yeah, gas block. Guys, it's a Sons of Liberty standard gas block. I don't do adjustable gas blocks on any of my rifles, especially with a suppressor. If you want to shoot suppressed, put the suppressor on there. If you want to shoot unsuppressed, then take the suppressor off. If a rifle is tuned properly, you have the proper buffer system, you have a proper barrel that is ported correctly, and your gas system is set up properly, you don't need to mess with adjustable gas blocks. So just put the can on or take it off. It doesn't really matter. So the gas system is what comes on Sons rifles. There's nothing special about it. Anyway, guys, I thank y'all so much for watching. Hopefully this has kind of helped you answer some questions or maybe given you some ideas. Maybe you are looking to set up a rifle yourself. But yeah, that's kind of why I do what I do with this one. And it served me well. It's a great little gun. But other than that, guys, if you've got any questions, put them down in the comments. I'll try to get to them as best as I can. Nonetheless, guys, go shoot your rifles. Be safe, be smart, be skilled. Catch you on the next one.